Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm really glad you stopped by because today we've got a massive update that could mean an extra $3,100 landing directly in your bank account very soon. That's right, we're talking about a massive one-time payment that's just been approved for millions of Americans who are currently receiving Social Security benefits, supplemental security income, Social Security disability insurance, and even Veterans Affairs benefits. If you or someone you know depends on these vital programs, you need to stick with me through this entire video because every detail here could make a real difference in your financial life. So why is this payment happening now and why is it such a big deal? Well, by now, you've certainly noticed that inflation has been crushing everyone's budget. The prices for groceries, gas, rent, utilities, and just about everything else have steadily been climbing over the past year. And for people living on fixed incomes, like seniors, people with disabilities, and veterans who rely on these programs, it's becoming nearly impossible to keep up. That's why lawmakers have stepped in with this brand new relief measure that's been specifically designed to target those who are struggling the most with rising living costs. Now here's the headline grabber. A massive $3,100 one-time payment has officially been approved for eligible beneficiaries. But let's make one thing very clear up front. This isn't a surprise deposit that will randomly land in every Social Security or VA recipient's account. It's a carefully structured payment that has been put together to target people who meet specific eligibility requirements based on income, benefit type, and filing status. The goal here is to provide real, meaningful relief to the people who need it the most, the people who are staring at rising grocery bills every time they go to the store, or who are wondering how they're going to cover next month's rent. So why $3,100? Well, that number isn't random. This amount was negotiated as part of a larger bipartisan spending package passed by Congress designed to help Americans offset some of the biggest cost increases they've faced recently. Think of it this way. This $3,100 is meant to provide a temporary but powerful financial cushion that will help cover critical essentials like rent, food, prescriptions, or utility payments. And it's structured in a way that avoids creating unnecessary confusion about your regular benefits or tax obligations. Now, let's get into the details about who qualifies. First off, if you currently receive Social Security retirement benefits, meaning you're drawing Social Security checks after reaching retirement age, you're likely part of the group that this payment was designed to help. But it doesn't stop there. People receiving Social Security Disability Insurance, SSDI, that's for individuals whose disabilities prevent them from working, are also eligible. Supplemental Security Income, SSI, recipients are included as well, which covers people who are disabled, blind, or over age 65 with very limited income or resources. And importantly, this relief package also applies to Veterans Affairs beneficiaries who receive disability or pension benefits. But eligibility isn't automatic for everyone in these groups. The payment has been specifically aimed at lower and moderate income Americans. If your adjusted gross income is below $80,000 as an individual or below $160,000 if you're a married couple filing jointly, you're generally going to qualify for the full payment. However, if your income exceeds those amounts, the payment might be reduced or you may not qualify at all. It's a way to make sure that those who are truly in need get prioritized. Now, let's touch on another key point: residency. Most people receiving Social Security and VA benefits need to reside in the United States to qualify for this payment. If you're currently living overseas, there may be some exceptions, but in general, you need to have your primary residence here in the U.S. for the payment to apply. And when it comes to how much you'll receive, while $3,100 is the maximum, not everyone will get that full amount. The actual payment amount you receive depends on your specific income, filing status, and benefit circumstances. If you're on the higher end of the eligible income range, your payment might be reduced accordingly. Similarly, if your benefits have been adjusted for other reasons, your one-time payment will reflect that adjustment. Let's talk about timing, because I know that's on everyone's mind. The Treasury Department has already started processing these payments, and their goal is to have most of the deposits completed by the end of this month. If you're someone who receives your benefits via direct deposit, you're in luck. That's the fastest method, and it should automatically show up in your bank account. But if you still receive benefits via paper check in the mail, the process will naturally take a bit longer. Don't panic if yours doesn't arrive right away. You can track your payment status by logging into your Social Security online account or the Veterans Affairs portal, depending on which benefits you receive. Keep a close eye on your bank statements and mail over the next few weeks. And if you don't see anything by the deadline, but you believe you qualify, double-check that your bank account or mailing address on file with SSA or VA is correct. Outdated info could cause delays or missed deliveries, but the agencies are ready to assist if that happens. What if your payment doesn't arrive when you expect it? First and foremost, remember that this process is fully automatic for those who qualify. You don't need to apply, you don't need to fill out forms, and you definitely don't need to give anyone your personal information over the phone or through email. If someone contacts you claiming they can help you get your payment faster for a fee, it's a scam. However, if you meet the income and eligibility requirements and you haven't received anything by the end of this rollout period, don't hesitate to reach out to your benefits provider to get an update. Now, I want to clear up something that a lot of people worry about whenever these programs get announced. Does this affect your regular monthly benefits? The good news is no, it absolutely does not. This $3,100 payment is strictly a one-time bonus designed to help during these difficult economic times. Your regular Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits will continue just as they always have. Think of this as a special deposit on top of your usual benefits, not a replacement or adjustment to your regular income. Another big question I've seen floating around is whether this money is taxable. And once again, we've got good news. This one-time payment is not considered taxable income. You will not have to report it on your federal tax return, and it will not affect your tax refund or your eligibility for other assistance programs. It's simply direct help with no strings attached, no hidden catches, and no impact on your other financial assistance. One of the best parts about this whole thing is that you don't have to do anything to get it. No applications, no forms, nothing. As long as your information is up to date with Social Security or the VA, this payment should find its way to you automatically. That said, making sure your direct deposit info and mailing address are current is one of the most important things you can do to make sure there are no unnecessary delays. Before I wrap this up, I want to encourage you to share this information with friends, family members, or anyone you know who might benefit from this payment. Too often, eligible people miss out on programs like this simply because they don't know they exist or they think it's too complicated to figure out. This isn't complicated. You don't have to jump through hoops. The help is already on its way. And remember, inflation may be making things harder, but this payment is designed to bring a little relief when it's needed most. If you found this update helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a comment letting me know if you're expecting this payment and how you plan to use it. Your feedback helps me keep bringing you the latest updates on everything affecting your benefits, your money, and your future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.